Hello, it's Miss Leslie here. I just wanted to go through your week's assignments and maybe answer any questions that you might come across. If you ever have any questions, you can always email me. I already got an email this morning that was like, "Hey, I can't get into this," so I opened it up. Those help me a lot because I do all these assignments, I post all these things, and then sometimes I forget to share. So the first thing you're going to do is go here. You have to complete this in order. First, you need to do the notes. This is the slideshow in order to complete the notes. So once you open them, if you want to do like a side-by-side, or you can go up here and duplicate this tab, whatever you want to do in order to complete the notes. Now, you can complete them all at once or, take your time because you have until Sunday to do this entire folder. But I've, again, already had people submit them, so you guys are moving quickly. Good work. Let's go back. The TV show Family Structure Analysis, this is a discussion. I think there are lots of different examples of great families out there on our viewing devices. So programs like Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, YouTube, whatever. So you watch a little bit of a show. If you already know a show, then you can use that. The problem is, and this happens a lot, is that you pick your favorite show, but there's not really an in-home family. It's like the characters don't necessarily live together, or it's just random people kind of as friends. So you got to pick one family structure. Hopefully you can pick a show that's about a family, and then it makes it so much easier. But like I said, if it's like, for example, a lot of you like Grey's Anatomy. Okay, that's not one family. Like, that's a lot of different family structures. I guess you could just pick one family, like let's say after Gray and Derek get married, then they adopt Zola, and you could do the adoptive family, or they have their own, so it's a nuclear adoptive, whatever you want to do. That's my example. I hope that helped. And then the life cycle analysis. This, I want you to watch a different show, so something else. And the thing about the life cycle stage is that I'd like to know the approximate age of the characters, because that's going to tell me the stages they're in. And if I don't know your shows very well, I don't know if I'll be able to tell that. So hopefully you can give me approximate ages. Parent-teen conflict scenarios. There are a lot of reasons that teens and parents conflict, argue, fight, whatever you want to call it. But I want you to brainstorm in 3 of these categories. So you just pick 3 and then list 2 to 3 examples in that category. So you're getting credit for 3 examples for 3 categories. So if you want to do like 2 here and 1 here, that's fine too. I'm just adding up all the examples. You can also throw in your own. So if you know of another reason that parents and teens fight that Ms. Leslie did not put here, like friends, or my mom is always fighting about my boyfriend, like that, then you can put it here, and I'm going to take that off here in case people get on. Anyway, you could do that. All right. Then conflict discussion. So I think you guys will really be, sorry, words are hard on a Monday, guys. I think that you guys will really connect to each other about, arguing with your parents. I know my husband and I grew up in very different households. I'll probably say this to you guys at some point again. But he didn't really argue with his parents very much. He didn't fight. They didn't have these big family blowouts, and we did. But that doesn't mean that they didn't conflict, okay? There were things that he couldn't get to do. There were things that, his parents didn't believe in or didn't approve of, and so that's the conflict. So it doesn't have to be a knockdown, drag-out fight. It can just be something like, my mom won't let me, and that is a conflict. So on this one, you're going to record an audio comment. Here's how you do that. First, you have to click in the box. Then you go here to the microphone. I'm already using my audio, so it's not going to let me do this, but you click audio only. I don't need to see your faces. If you want to do that, you can. You're going to tell us one of the conflicts. So the one about my friends. Oh, my mom has such an issue with my friends. Okay. I don't know if this is true for you guys. Explain why the conflict occurs. So my mom, this is me saying the comment. So my mom and I argue a lot about my choice of friends. I think that my friends are good people. They may be a little misunderstood. They may not come from the perfect backgrounds, and so they have their own ideas and opinions, and my mom just does not believe that they're good for me. But that's why the conflict occurs. Then give one way to improve communication so it doesn't occur in the future. Honestly, my mom and I just need to trust each other. She needs to trust me in order to know that I'm choosing the right people in my life, and I need to trust her to know that she has a place she's coming from, not just to ruin my life, but she may have a little bit of inside and she just doesn't want me to get hurt, and I need to understand that. So that is a perfect example. You get all the points and yay, you. All right, this is going to take you a little bit longer. Family presentation, directions, and your presentation. Basically, you're creating a slideshow, 9 slides about your family. You can go into, and listen carefully, you can go into as little, there you go. You can go into as little or as much detail as you feel comfortable with, okay? You can keep this very surface. I'm not trying to pry into your families. If you feel like there's a question where you think it's too personal, it's okay. You can just keep it very surface. That being said, I do want to know information so that I know you know what you're talking about. So we use your own families for an example. For example, let me tell you about my family. Let me tell you about my family. I come from it's my sister and I, my mom and dad are married. My mom was married to somebody else. They had my sister. They got divorced, and then her father didn't really want anything to do with her. So he basically just gave up all rights. And then my mom met my dad when my sister was 3, and they got married, and my dad adopted my sister. So legally and binding and for all sakes and purposes, those are her parents. My parents are her parents. I was born when my sister was 8, and so we're very far apart. My parents had Connie is my sister's name. My parents had Connie for 5 years together before I even came into the picture. It took me a ridiculously long time to understand that my sister isn't my full blood sister, because you would never think that if you just came into our family. We are sisters, again, for all sakes and purposes. I grew up with her. She's really like another mother. If you guys have any siblings that are super far apart from you, it's hard because it's like you have another parent or you're another parent. And so the whole sister thing is iffy. We'll get to that. Anyway, so my parents, I would consider my family structure nuclear, which just means mom, dad, and kids. I know that there's that biological factor, but my sister was adopted by my dad, and I like to consider adoption the serious thing. Like, that's it. You're part of the family. There's no going back. You're theirs. They're yours. It's a family. So anyway, nuclear, but if you want to throw in adoptive, you can. Our life cycle stage, we went through all the stages. My parents are now in retirement, I guess you could say. My dad's still working. My mom's retired. So maybe they're in the retirement aging stage, but they could also be in just the empty nest. Anyway, I'll get back to what I was saying. Miss Leslie likes to talk. So I told you all about my family, and I guess what I'm asking you is that you just talk about yours. The roles and responsibilities are the people in your family, and then you can connect it to chores, but it's, if you have a 1-year-old sister, she's not doing chores. Okay, so you might have her responsibility being cute and adorable and cuddle bug, and that's fine. Okay, so everybody has a responsibility to the family, and it doesn't necessarily have to be chores. I don't want to hear, I don't have any chores to do. Your responsibility to the family might be just to listen to your parents and clean your room and do your homework, okay? That's not chores, that's just stuff you have to do. If you have any questions about this, let me know. I feel like sometimes it's self-explanatory, especially if you've gone through the notes and you understand them. And then please set goals for your family. As a family, you can add you in there. Like, I would like to spend more time with my family, but as a family, maybe we just need to spend more time together. So, all right, that's a lot, but I wanted to talk that out a little bit because it is your autobiography about your family. So this is where you're going to put in your slides and then share it with me. Oh, that reminds me. This will only be shared with you and me. I am not sharing your family presentations with the class, okay? So I just wanted to say that in case you were like, oh, I don't want anybody to see this, or I don't know. Ms. Leslie is fine, but I don't want anybody else to, it's fine. It's private between me and you. I just want to know that you understand these concepts. And then finally, you have 2 formative assessments, the structures and the life cycle stages. If you have questions when you get there, let me know. I'm going to open those. I haven't opened them yet, but I'm going to open them probably at the end of today, like make submissions, where it allows you. I just needed you to really go through the info first. Okay, that is it. That's your week. It's a lot of work, and I'm sorry. I'm trying to move fast so that we can get to some of the fun stuff. It's fun. Family's fun. But some of the more hands-on stuff that you're going to enjoy. Okay, so if you ever have any questions, you know where to find me. I will be on tomorrow, and I will be on Thursday at 10:55. Sorry, I have to remember this hour. 10:55, just for like 5-ish minutes, just to hang out and see if anybody has any questions. Okay, so you're always welcome to meet me there. Bye, guys. Have a good week. Oh, now I gotta figure out how to turn this off. What is happening? Bye.